Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC and welcome to another edition of Channel Chat. And once again, I am joined by the one and only Mr. #DSKFS himself, the wonderful, the one and only Zach Stuff. How you doing, my friend?
Good. What's up, Big Red?
Oh, just well, I'm very excited. We're what we decide we're going to call this prepping for Blade Show West. And trust me, man, I'm getting stoked. As at the time we're recording this, we're about 2 weeks away. By the time people see it, it'll be probably the week before, but it's, man, I'm looking forward to this very much.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I'm excited to, partake in another SKL on the road live from Blade Show West. If we can make that happen.
He's jumping right into
I'm just saying that's the stuff that excites me.
Oh, me too. Oh God, me too, dude. I mean, the last time, when we did it in 2019, I mean, we were at the pit in that warehouse, which was actually kind of a pretty cool setup. Yeah. I like the way they had it, and just everybody sitting around a table, and people are just passing by, and they're like, hey, you want to be on a live stream? Sure. And then Shabazz comes walking by, and we're like, say hi, Nick, and he's like, hi, how you doing? And he's like, oh, dude. It was pretty cool. Yes, those are definitely the fun stuff about it, and I think there'll probably be more than just one from that time frame, because you were talking about it on your live today. You're probably going to do one, probably maybe your normal Sunday. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, I think we'll do the normal Sunday one, because there'll be a handful of us
in
town on Sunday, and so we can maybe make something happen. I know the resort we're staying at has some decent Wi-Fi, so nice. we can at least do something there in the room.
Sure.
As the the basic level. Right. And I'm sure we'll have all our fun things that we've acquired from the last couple of days of the show.
The swagging.
The swag, man.
That's what everybody was calling it. That's what everybody was calling it. Speaking of swag, I am crossing my fingers that I said on SKL that I ordered some, Blade Show West specific swag. I'm hoping I get it to take with me, because I will definitely be doing up swag bags.
Yeah, question. Does it involve a grass skirt at all?
The swag does not.
Oh, no. Dang. Okay.
No. It's actually a take off of this one.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's a take off the Cardinal. No, I don't want to show it yet. I was going to show you, but I don't want to show it yet. I want it to be a surprise, because I
think you showed me a rough draft.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I sent that to you, and it's pretty. I don't know. I just thought it would be a fun thing to do, and I'll keep a few back, but yeah, I'm gonna make up some swag bags. And like you said, TSA. What are all these little baggies for? Well, I should probably fill them up before I go. That would probably be a good idea. That way there's no conflict there. So
yeah, I'm just gonna try to get everything prepped. That's kind of the prepping for Blade Show.
Exactly
on the end of things, as a knife enthusiast or knife collector,
right?
What are you bringing to a knife show when you're that stuff? If you're when I went to some of my first Blade shows, you maybe bring a couple knives with you. But you're really going to check out what's new.
Oh yeah,
what's on the horizon, what you can get your hands on, get some swag, those kind of things. But then when you look at it from the perspective of I want to film some content, what are you bringing as a knife, enthusiast / YouTuber? Are you bringing a full camera rig and tripod? Probably not. We're not like SMKW or Blade HQ or anything, so we're not bringing anything too crazy. But I'd like to do some interviews and stuff like that. So I have a few things that I bring. some stuff I took to, SHOT Show
Right.
in 2020 that worked out pretty well. But some of my basics, and I'll just throw it out there.
Yeah.
I'm bringing, standard like small battery packs that you can just keep your phone on like a trickle charge,
sure,
so to speak, when you're walking around.
Yep.
Also bringing a bigger, battery pack, and it's basically one of those. Mine's from Zero Lemon,
Okay.
and it's probably, if you remember, well, you probably do, but some of the youth of the knife community may not, like a VCR tape, So I have one battery thing that's, and it's got like six ports on it.
Oh wow.
And
okay.
then it's got like USB-C and USB-A and all this other stuff. So you can plug in tons of things at one time, but it helped get me through SHOT Show 2020. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm definitely bringing that, and cable management, So I've actually kind of narrowed it down to one like field bag that I got. And I think this one's from Garage Built Gear, the one I've kind of started loading stuff into.
Right on.
It's just got extra cables, and I got a couple of Bluetooth microphones that I'm gonna bring, and small headphones go in the ear. That'll be great because I can use that on the plane too if I don't want to talk to people. But luckily it's not a long flight. So
no. What is it? 2.5? About 2.5?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is from. And I know I asked you on your live stream. Yeah, my flight time has changed like 3 times already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was, I think it started out like, it was pretty similar to yours because, well, you told me what you had, and then I was trying to match up with you. So, we could get there roughly about the same time. And I think it was like right around 3:00 maybe that I was getting into.
Yeah.
And then it changed back, and I think now I'm leaving here at like 11:30 in the morning. So I mean,
Nice.
It's still, it should be roughly about the same time, but it's just changed back and forth. I'm like, oh, okay. So
we'll pick you up no matter what time you get in, man. It's all good.
Oh, thank you. You're not gonna make me walk.
No, that's all
okay,
good.
Okay. So yeah, as far as equipment goes, I was really just thinking about doing like the impromptu stuff with my phone and doing just kind of like a collage type video, that's kind of what I was thinking. I am going to bring I do have a GoPro, and I'm probably going to bring that. Are you
going to wear it?
No, I wasn't really thinking about wearing it.
Like a chest rig. Like, look at all
that's what I did the last time I was in Nebraska fishing. I had it on a chest rig. That worked out awesome. I actually have a head rig too for it. So I don't know, but I'm gonna bring it. And then I think I'm just gonna shoot with my phone, like going up to tables, like, I mean, and that's definitely something we'll talk about too, is like who we're thinking about seeing. I got the whole exhibitor list brought up, but now as far as like you were talking about knives and stuff like that, are you thinking about taking many? I am still really debating on what I'm doing.
I'm probably bringing one
knife.
I'm bringing one with me.
Oh really? So you're not going to bring really too many then?
No, I don't think so.
See, that's what I've been going back and forth, man. I really have. I'm like, because I know, you've got, they said the limit was 3 inches or less to be, that's concealed, correct? If I'm not mistaken, to carry in your pocket.
There's some pretty crazy stuff on concealed, but I mean, I'm bringing rolls like this if I'm driving.
Right. Yeah.
Those kind of things. But when it comes to flying, it's like, similar to like taking trips and vacations, like I'm going to bring probably a bug out. I know technically that's too big though.
You know, I was just looking at that before we were starting, and I was like, wait a minute, the bug out's longer than 3, and it's 3 1/4. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, dang it. I know this one, the Red My Car Easy C, that one, that's the new one. It's sub 3. You know,
yeah. So I'll probably bring
one.
like, maybe I'll bring a mini freak or something. You know, I wanted to kind of do something thin. You know, so I might even go with that Easy C or whatever. Or I think EWC. I have one of those.
Yeah.
But I got gifted the one from Peter and Christine. They were nice enough to hook me up with one of those. So I might bring that one as well. Just, you know, I like to bring something from my collection that somebody that's going to be the designer or the manufacturer is there.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
that's exactly what I was thinking too.
You know, and it's hard for me because it's like a lot of the Benchmade stuff, like, unless you're out, like, you know, doing bad things, it's not going to be a huge problem for you.
No.
You know, but and on the worst case, because they're checking everything this year, you know, you're having to provide everything and check everything. So it's like, well, maybe we don't need to bring anything too crazy, just on a whim if they start checking at the door or something weird.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, I really have no idea.
But so, no idea. But yeah, so like one of the things that I thought about was, you know, just like the knife maintenance toolkit that I have, it's already in a little, you know, nice little you know, zipper bag.
Sure.
And I'm probably just going to bring one of those. That's from Recycled Firefighter that I carry every day. But it's got, you know, a towel, tools, lube, you know, a little bit of Loctite and stuff. So it's got the necessity. So if something I do bring gets loose or I lose something or whatever, I can hopefully fix it, you know?
Right.
I know it was interesting. One of the, I think it was in Blade Show 2019 was the last one they held, because obviously last year's stuff. But one of the knives that I picked up from MBK, I was talking to them and they're like, oh yeah, that's so weird. And this is prior to the show. And they're like, bring it to the show. And so I brought it to the show, which was nice because it was in Portland. So it was nearby. So I brought a lot of knives with me that day, but I just dropped it off. And they were like looking at it like, this is super weird. They're like, hey, we're going to tear it apart and we're going to fix it, you know, during the show. And I'm like, sweet. So I picked it up later that day, you know.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
But
I know you mentioned Benchmade. I don't see them on the list.
Yeah, I kind of heard that might be the thing.
I do not see them on the, and you know, I've talked to another couple of companies that I honestly thought would be there, and they're not. Yeah. One company told me, no, we're not going. The company's got us on travel restrictions. I'm like, wow, okay, which was very surprising to me. I mean, I get it, but
yeah, I think they could, you know, like with Benchmade, they could do last minute stuff, you know, and send some stuff down. I think the hardest part right now is with a lot of companies, including Benchmade, there's not a lot to show, you know. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Like normally by now, you would kind of hear like the last quarter knives are coming out, because they started that a couple years ago.
Right.
Kind of every quarter, you know, January they do their big launch. Hey, here's our first, you know, 2 quarters of knives we're releasing, and then they kind of go from there.
Sure.
This year's been a lot more broken because of the year prior. Everything was delayed, you know. Plus, on top of it, here local, we had, you know, forest fires. And so, you know, they had to get all their stuff out of their building for almost a month.
Yeah.
You know, evacuation wise. So it's like, you know, that hampers your production. And then of course what they're working on is stuff for the year and 2 years later down the road.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think the locals are going to be there. You know, of course. Well, let's talk about who are we excited to go talk to? I know I'm looking forward to seeing Adrian. Adrian's always a blast.
Damn Designs.
Heck yeah. Such an awesome dude. I'm
It'd be nice to. I want to know how he got here.
Yeah.
Because I know prior, we talked to him here, a month ago?
Yeah.
And he was trying to figure out like how to get here because he was in a restricted area where I don't even think he was back home yet.
No, I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
He got stuck in another country for like over a year.
Yeah. So he was talking about flying through like Russia or something. He was talking about going some crazy route.
He was like, I got to do this or this, and
yeah.
So I heard he's coming, so that's awesome. I'm excited to see him.
Exactly.
Give him a big hug.
Mm-hmm. Big teddy bear.
Right.
Love Adrian. I am really interested in checking out Jack Wolf knives and taking a look at his prototypes and stuff. I had been on a channel jet here. It's probably within the last month, which was a really good one for the simple fact that he was talking about, independent designers like him, and trying to get a company off the ground and a brand off the ground, especially right now, what you have to go through, which is, we know that from Adrian, we've heard it from him. We've heard it from Dylan, it's not an overly easy process at times.
Yeah.
And especially now.
I'm excited to meet him. He's jumped into a lot of the live streams.
You bet.
That we've had. And I think, being a member of the community is awesome.
Yeah.
He's a knife enthusiast himself and kind of got into that with the design. So that's cool. And I think one of the things, Dylan Mallory's coming down.
Is he in? I hadn't heard that he finally decided he was going to make it, but he is.
He just like a day ago.
Okay.
2 days ago.
Nice.
He just posted like his flight confirmation.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
But it was like on Instagram or whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah, buddy.
Oh, I'm going to be telling Nelly that I'm going to see Dylan. I'm shit like that. There you go. Swipe right for Dylan.
Heck yeah,
yes,
dude.
Indeed. You got to do it. Gotta do it. Nice.
No, there'll be a lot of great people there, and I think Medford's on the list, right?
Let me see. Where's it at? Here it is. Is Medford on there? Hogue is on there. Very good.
Yeah, we would excited to see Hogue.
Definitely be stopping by and seeing Hogue. I do not see Medford on the list.
Okay.
Monterey Bay, of course.
ProTech.
Looking
forward to see ProTech. They're pretty close.
They're on there. Yep, they're on there.
I imagine they're kind of in that LA area, I think so.
And of course, David with Orion and QSP. Always good to see David as well. Yep. Very cool. And I have to go see Aloni Knives.
I
have to go see Derek because I have to go apologize to him for mispronouncing the name of his knife for much too long, too many times.
What was the name of that again?
Shush. The Butron or Butron. Not the Burton. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was terrible. And then he's like something like, that's named after my grandfather. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stick myself with something. Right. And God, I felt like a total dweeb. Oh well.
So you see anybody? Yeah, totally. You see anybody on there like TRM maybe? Three Rivers?
Ooh.
Are they on there?
Are they?
Because they did Blade Show. They did the Big Blade Show.
No.
Okay. So maybe that's why they're doing their potpourri drops.
Maybe
over the next few weeks.
Maybe. No, they're not on there. Let's see. Who else is on there? Civivi, of course.
Mm-hmm. I heard Mike Emler when I talked to him the other day. We did a little podcast on his show, and he was saying he's going to be working the booth down there.
He's going to be working with Artisan. Yeah.
Artisan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we'll definitely go see Russell.
Dude, go see Russell.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that dude. All us bearded white guys look the same.
Yeah. Exactly right. Yeah.
That's what he said. So I'm okay. Oh, let's see. Alien Knives,
What-
that would be a good one to see. I wouldn't mind
Okay.
one. Arcane's gonna be there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about some of our dealers?
You
Any of the
know,
big dealers going like
I'm looking. I don't
Smoky?
see. Nope.
What about River's Edge?
Nope.
Any probably Blade HQ? No.
Nope.
Who am I gonna buy my knives from down there?
Exactly.
Usually you get some of the dealers, but
Oh, I know. Yeah. Gosh, who else? Let's see. Oh, well, Blue Ridge,
okay.
but they're more of
They're a
a
distributor.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, maybe they'll set up a booth then.
Maybe. I'm just looking through here and I am not seeing like no White Mountain, no Knife Center. I mean, that they really don't go anyway, I don't think. I've never seen them.
I know.
Maybe if they go to
remember,
Atlanta.
Yeah, we talked to Smoky Mountain on one of their streams recently, and they said they were still in the decision-making process.
They're definitely not on the list.
I know when they went in 2019, they were one of the main sponsors.
Yeah.
And they had a huge booth with, I mean, it was probably what, 7 counters deep and 4 counters wide or something like that.
We Civivi, Riot, and Hogue. Oh, they had lots of stuff there. They had lots of stuff. Yeah, we Civivi, Riot, and Hogue are the sponsors this year.
That's where I picked up their exclusive 940 from SMKW.
Oh, really? You got it there?
They were making deals. They're like, the more stuff you buy, the better deal we'll give you. And I'm like, why is that? They're like, because we don't want to ship all this stuff back. We got to pay to ship it back.
I don't think. Let me see. Spyderco is not even going to be there.
Now, to kind of preface this, or a little warning, this could change from when we film it to when everybody goes. So maybe some of these companies could make a last minute decision, like
they could.
All right, we'll rent a small booth, or instead of a big one.
That could change.
What about our good friends at Worksharp? Are they going to go?
That was the one that told me they have travel restrictions.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, they were the ones that took, because they would just got those the upgrade kits for the precision adjust. And we were talking about it, and I was just going back and forth talking with them, and I was like, hey, you guys gonna be at Blade Show? And they were like, no, we're on travel restrictions. And I'm like, oh, bummer. Yeah, Wicked Edge is gonna be there as far as sharpeners.
Okay. So I can make sure I bring a dull knife.
There you go. Selby's gonna be there.
I love Brian.
Quiet
Such
Carry.
a great guy. The cool part about Selby knives, I think he's bringing his first prototype run of his new folder, his first folder.
Oh, ever. Really?
Yeah, and I think it's a play off of, have you seen his Nectar knife? Those small ones.
Yes.
They're like a small fixed blade. It kind of looks like a design off that, but it's a folder. He's been kind of showing steps along the way on his Instagram, and I'm excited just to hold one of those prototypes of that, because I think it'll be a great pocket knife.
Right on. Olamic is going to be there. Pena. I mean, there's quite a few exhibitors, but I think it's definitely a lot smaller, just because of everything that's going on.
Do they list how many on there?
The thing I'm looking at is kind of like just like a spreadsheet, but it's not numbered. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I'm just trying to see. Let's see. The growing event will feature over 200 exhibitors. Okay. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm looking at this list, and it doesn't really look like 200 exhibitors long.
So do me a favor, look underneath the letter X.
X?
Do we have X products?
X gonna give it to you? What?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Oh, bummer.
We go as far as W.
They have the cannon, the golf cannon,
No,
golf ball cannon,
no,
some
not.
sweet flamethrowers.
Leon Ma is gonna be there. I see that. Tops.
Groovy.
Tops is always a fun one because they have just Jiminy, they have so many knives. You could spend hours.
I might, that new 3-inch blade. I might be checking one of those out.
Yeah.
Because they were promoting it here a year or so ago.
Right.
But I'm like, man, I want to get hands on with it because I'm not a fixed blade guy very often. But
no, I'm not either.
That looked kind of like right in my zone because I got some big fixed blades already, and it's like, if I'm gonna rally out there and use something I'm gonna use all the time.
Sure. Knife Joker is gonna be there.
Cool.
What was the other one I was thinking of? Northwest Knives and Collectibles. You know what that is? Not familiar with that.
Oh, is it Northwest Knives out of Idaho?
Northwest Knives and Collects. Oh, it might be.
Aren't they the one, dude? Oh man, I hope they bring some stuff to sell because, buddy, they've done some. Have you seen the work they've been doing on the 940s?
Is that the one that Justin visits when he goes out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been working with like a local group that does like custom work for kind of like spraying and stuff, and they've done some crazy designs, where it's like digi camo and like all sorts of stuff for 940s and other knives and bug outs and whatever. And I'm like, I gotta stay away from there. Otherwise, I'm gonna be if they're there and they got a booth, I'm gonna have a 940. That's just how it is. I've been avoiding their website because they're like ready to ship them to you like today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're like on board with like, yeah, we got this and this and this, and it's like super scary, when you're trying to save money for Blade Show or something.
Like, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. I've been like, I'm so glad our work finally picked up. And we started getting some overtime because I'm like, if I don't get some overtime, I'm gonna go to Blade Show West and buy nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So exactly right. Be like, I'm just here for sightseeing.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of funny stuff.
But you know what? That would be fun too. So that's okay.
So Northwest Knives and Collectibles is different than Northwest Knives.
Okay.
So Northwest Knives and Collectibles, who's going to be at Blade Show West, it looks like they are out of Oregon.
I guess I do have my phone right here. I could look it up. I could look it up on the computer too. I don't think it was messing anything up, me looking at that stuff. At least I hope I wasn't.
Yeah, so it looks like they have an eBay store and I don't know, but
they're out of Salem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like they do Randall made knives. They're a privileged dealer of theirs. They buy a lot of stuff. Knives and collections and those kind of things. So maybe they do a lot of secondary market stuff as well.
I wonder.
Looking at their.
Yeah. Okay. We buy knives and collectibles. Okay. So I think they're good. So I kind of get I don't want to say flea market vibe. That's not the right term. But just like, they buy vintage knives and then maybe end up turning them around and stuff that they don't keep or think, they just turn around and sell stuff maybe. I don't know.
Maybe they'll have some older 940s.
There you go. You never know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe they'll have a 531 so you can quit teasing me with the one on the table.
One of these? Yeah, buddy. Dude, I had to show it because I showed it on the live stream. I'm like, I got to bring that one up there.
I love that knife. I love that one. That's a good knife.
I've tried to keep I worked so hard to try to keep that. Remember I had the like super secret one
Yes.
that we used for our
Yeah.
review stuff.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to be able to keep that, buy it, whatever. I was offering like full retail, whatever. I'm like, come on, you guys, and they're like, no, it's got to come back. And I mean, they were gracious enough to let me take it out of the building. So
yeah,
they knew that we wouldn't mess around. So
that was like, cool.
Okay. So
yes, that was very cool of them. So I see. I got my.
There you go.
I got mine right there too.
You still enjoying that?
Oh God, I love it. It's. I mean, this one definitely has the sentimental,
right?
Because no, this is by far my favorite production.
That's the thing I was, and you echoed that, but that was the thing I was telling everybody, because they're like, hey, is that really worth it? And I'm like, literally, like the minute they come out, get hands on with it, and you're gonna want one.
Well, I mean, everybody's buying a bug out, and what are they doing? They're putting titanium crossfade, aluminum flitanium, whatever they're doing. And I'm like, they just built you one right here. You don't have to do anything. I mean, obviously, if you're not crazy about the color or whatever, then you're probably not gonna. I'm like, the minute you showed it to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I will have one. I will have one of those.
So I'm gonna show you something if I can on here.
Okay.
This is from Northwest Knives.
Okay.
And this is one that I've been trying to avoid buying. But it's the 940.
Dude, is that like a gray camo?
Yeah, it's like a gray and white camo.
Dude. Well, you need to buy that. Well, I've been trying to save it.
I hope they still have them, but I think it's easy for them to make. It's basically a base model 940-2.
Okay.
And they call it a winter camo Cerakote.
Sure. Yeah.
So all they're doing is popping the scales off, getting them Cerakoted by that company.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, man. Let me show you here. Just the exclusives they do. I mean, they have Protex, they have bug outs. Looks like they've done some CRK, some Chris Reeve knives. They have a pink 940.
Ooh.
Those kind of things. But I mean, this is what they've brought in for like other knives. So there's your pink 940.
Oh, dude.
There's a valet, a bailout.
Dude.
It's probably hard to see on that stuff.
No, that's a CRK. Yeah. That's nice.
And then they have like a toxic green.
Oh yeah, the zombie
bailout with some
the zombie bailout. Nice.
That's who I thought was gonna be there, and I'm like, oh buddy, if they're there, that winter camo. They also have a digi camo one, but it's more white of a background. So
they'll be like, all right, Zach, they're trying to close the shop. It's time to go. Come on. No, one more.
Yeah, exactly. One more 940.
Just one more 940.
Well, I'm excited to see Hogue though, because
I
gotta talk to them about their Deca, and I really hope they have some prototypes of the new version 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because the version 2s I'm excited for.
Yep.
Because they made that special one. The where's it at? This one, the carbon fiber one that they had at Blade Show in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully they'll have a couple of those there for the people that want to pick one up. But I'm hoping they have some regular versions of this. Maybe like a blue G-Mascus.
I was really hoping to talk to...
If Hogue's listening.
Listen, this is what we want. No, I was really hoping that, I'd get to see some of these companies, and I'm sure if I would have went to Atlanta, it would have been much better because it's a lot larger, of course. But I just want to talk to a lot of these social media people that, you talk to all the time. Like I said with Hogue, they're always so gracious when you get a hold of them and say, hey, would you mind sending out some stickers? And then they're like, you get just a not quite as good as Andar the other night.
Dude, Andar hooked it up, bro.
Oh my goodness, man. I couldn't believe that. I sent her an email and I'm like, that little package of stickers that I opened up, That would have been awesome without by itself. But then she sends like those full like unopened stacks. And there's got to be 100 of each in there at least. I'm sure there's stacks of 100. I was like, wow. But Hogue always, they're like, well, how often do you do giveaways? And I was like, I do, a giveaway at the end of each live stream every week. And what do? They send you 52 stickers.
Yeah.
One for every week of the year, or 50, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dang. They're just always
they're good. They're good people. They're good
of course.
People. That's just what it comes down to. And I'm excited for them. They have their new manufacturing stuff that's being finished. Their new plant, their new warehouse and stuff. So things are just gonna get better for them and keep getting better. So
it'd be nice to see Doug if he was there, but I don't know.
Doug Ritter?
Yeah.
So Doug sent me a message. We chatted.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
Doug confirmed that I need to call him when I get down to California.
Really?
So that tells me that Doug wants to hang out and he's going to be down there. So
yeah, man, I'm glad I know you.
I'm in. Well, I should say we're in.
You're like the man. You're the
so we'll
guru.
We'll see if he's traveling by himself or with his wife,
right.
I know a SHOT Show. Right. And here's the thing, like, Doug's a pretty good guy. He's super smart. He's super awesome for this knife community.
Oh, without a doubt.
Obviously with kniferights, .org.
Absolutely
amazing for us. And him and I chatted, I think it was probably an hour and a half, 2 hours at SHOT Show. And I actually, after talking with him, I was just like, oh my gosh. And of course, I'm like, what's in your pocket? And he's like, he does the whole look around thing. He's like, okay, let me show you, but you can't tell anybody. There was just some stuff that they're working on, and I'm like, oh man, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
He's obviously he's a knife designer.
Oh,
he's a knife enthusiast at the same time. So he was excited to see what was in my pocket, and I was carrying a bench. One of them I had was a Benchmade, and so he was like, oh, let's talk about that. So we got into a little history. Talked a little history, and so it was kind of cool, because not all the time you don't hear everybody's side of the story.
Oh no.
And so being able to listen to what he has to say was just awesome. And then of course, and the reason we chatted is because he saw my post and my video on this guy.
Yeah.
The mini in blue Damascus, and I was just like, and so it's funny because I'm like, man, we talked after the purple one released. And then I was like, they got to release a blue one. And he was like, obviously he was just laughing inside because he knew it was already in the works.
Just wait.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just wait.
So, yeah. But that's good stuff. So we'll chat with him. And, if he is traveling alone, we'll try to meet up with him and maybe do dinner or something, it'd be kind of cool to.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Meet up with him outside of this would be awesome.
And he's one of those guys that he just, from what I've seen in interviews and stuff like that, he just seems like an awesome guy just to sit down and chat with,
Yeah, he is.
So that would be really cool. Well, I'm sure there'll be a few dinners. I mean, with us, like our kind of little crew. I mean, you and me are going, Peter and Christine.
That'll be fun.
Are going to be down there.
They're a hoot. They're great people.
Yeah.
And I think we all, have missed that whole
without a doubt
over the last couple of years. And it's
absolutely.
We need to physically see our friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some other people have been talking. There's other people in the community. And if you're watching this, like I said before, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but you got to come up and say hi because there's going to be swag to be given away.
Yeah, you never know what people are going to be throwing out for swag.
I know. You never know what you might find. So I know I'm looking for some. That's part of the fun of going.
There may be some swag stickers out there. There may be some patches. You never know what I'm carrying. So
yes, there's stuff.
I was gonna try to do. I know we talked about it. was going to try to do the same thing and create when I showed you like a rough draft design, and I had somebody help me with it, and they were doing some extra work, and then I sent the image to a sticker maker, and they're like, yeah, I mean, it's borderline if you're going to get them in 14 days, you know, because it's not an image they've already done, which doesn't take long to upload and get approved, usually within a day. And then they're like, but with everything they're doing, they're like, we just can't make any guarantees. And I was like, oof.
Yeah,
I mean, how much it costs. If we're, I was looking to make like, 100 to 200 of them at least.
I had 100. I had 100 made. Because
so
I wanted to keep it.
okay.
I wanted to keep it. It's. I mean, I know not everybody's going to get to go to Blade Show West. I understand that, but I kind of wanted to keep it special for that. You know what I mean? It was just, I don't know.
Oh, I'd give them out like candy on the last day.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hi, here's who I am.
Hi, here's a sticker. Hi, here's a sticker.
Start sticking them on things.
And people walk by like, flat.
Be like, hey, Zach and Big Red have been here.
There you go.
How do you know? Because they put stickers on your displays.
Let's see. They've used every urinal in the bathroom. We'd probably get kicked. Right. We'd probably get kicked out for that though. We don't want to do that. We don't want.
They'd be like, "Who's this?" And they're like, "I don't know who Zach is, but that's Big Red."
He's kind of easy to see. Look for the guy with all the tattoos. Well, I mean, I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one with tattoos.
So, are you wearing your grass skirt on Friday to the show?
That's. Okay. Here's the thing with the grass skirt. I really don't. I don't have any problem wearing it. I don't care. It's all about. But we were looking for one, and it's not. It doesn't go all the way around. There's a gap in the back, so I have to.
So I actually bought two, and tied mine together.
I should have done that, but I didn't. I should have done that, but I didn't. And
I have to say, it's still in my closet.
So
I may or may not be bringing mine, but we'll talk later about that.
It will probably come with me.
Let us know in the comments.
What if you want to see it? I know they want to see it. They all want to. They all want to see me walk around looking like a dork, but I'm okay with that. I have no problem doing it.
Me too.
Oh, okay. I mean, both of us.
I have green grass skirt one.
Yeah, see, mine's that. It's kind of that tan. Looks like dry grass,
Now, when they check my bag, they're really going to be like, okay, where are you going and what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, But yeah, that was the problem. And I should have done that too. I should have bought two of them and tied them together. But so there's kind of, it looks kind of dorky because I'm walking around with a gap in just my shorts showing in the back. And it's like, that's kind of, I don't know. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, you want to be taken seriously a little bit. So maybe
exactly.
Maybe like we'll pack it on the like Saturday lunch hour and wear it like the last couple hours of the show.
There you go.
Silly.
That can happen. Oh, you gotta have fun, right?
Oh yeah.
That's why we're 100%. Going. We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
So
they're easy to take off. So
exactly. That's gotta go. Okay. I'm sorry.
I gotta find like a rocker beach hairdo for a wig though. To like go with it. Like a surfer hairdo,
like the 80s blonde curly hair.
Yeah, it kind of goes down your shoulders.
Yeah. Oh, you mean something kind of like
right.
Like...
Yeah. See, there you go. I don't have that luxury. I haven't grown mine out that far. I'm sticking with the mullet right now.
You're a professional though.
We're all professionals.
Well, I know.
In our own way.
Dude, I tell you what, after 20 years in the military, I was like, no. People were like, you're gonna cut your hair? I was like, I ran out of haircuts. I used them all up in the military. Now that's not true, of course, but Oh, so you want to hear a story about haircuts? Okay, story time. I stopped off at a local drugstore here in town about a week ago, right? And I'm walking around, I'm looking. I wanted to find like a sleeve for my knee.
Yeah.
Because love old age. But
Mhm.
so I was looking around, I found one, and I was heading up towards the counter to pay. And this dude walks by and he stops, backs up, looks at me, and goes, "Looks like you need a shave and a haircut." I'm like, my initial response was like, "Who the heck? What?" And then he turns and walks away. The dude's got hair down to his butt.
That's funny.
He's clean shaven. He's clean shaven, but
Yeah.
he's got hair like he's got hair. I'm like, what in the world were you talking? And he acted like he was serious. You know what I mean?
Maybe he like is like a hair and conditioning guy, and he's like,
What the?
you got some split ends,
I'm
you know,
like,
so just trim them off.
he definitely did not give off that vibe. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, he had, if anything, he had more of the clean shaven biker thing going on. That was kind of
Nice.
that's the kind of the vibe that I was getting from him. And well, I mean, people ask me if I'm a biker. No, I'm not. I just have a beard and long hair. That's all. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. He started talking about hair, and I'm like, I can't believe that happened. I don't know. It was just weird. Really, really weird. But yeah, maybe he was in the next
That's a pretty
video
funny story.
It was just
Maybe it was him. Maybe it was like one of his, you know, top guys. And he's like, could have hooked you up.
That's all right. I'm good. I'm good.
We'll get you taken care of down in LA.
Oh, something else that's been thrown around and talked about when potential, and that somebody just asked, and there's been some talk about tattoos. Now, I don't know if time will permit, but I'm game. All you have to do me is walk. All I have to do is walk into a tattoo shop. It's a done deal without it actually being done. You know what I mean? I have no problem with that whatsoever. So
nice.
Just
for me it would be like, where would I get it?
Well, and that's what I was thinking too. You know, where would I get it? But I think I would get it like right here. And that's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt because it's right on the bone. It's gonna hurt like hell. Bones. It's gonna hurt like hell. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm down. It doesn't bother me. I was thinking about doing it on my knuckles, but it just doesn't fit well. DSKFS. We kind of got some blanks going on over here that I don't know what we could do. But I don't know. But yeah, if it happens, it'll probably go right there on the top of my wrist. That's where I would get it.
Very cool.
And I'd probably get it on both of them, actually.
Yeah? Do a double?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Would you get it looking at you, or would you get it pointed away?
Away.
Away?
Yeah. So it would be written like this, #DSKFS. So when your arm's down, people can actually read it. Okay. So kind of like, see how those are right there? They're right side up. So when you're walking, people can read it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would get it. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
super groovy.
That's all it's got to happen. Walk me in the door.
What size and font would you do?
That's the other question. I'd just pick out a pretty. I mean, I could go similar to what the original. That's pretty much it. That's a fairly standard block font, isn't it? Sure, it
Yeah,
looks
for the
like
most
it.
part.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know. Do you remember what the actual name of it is?
no, I could pull it up off the image.
Yeah.
Original.
But yeah, I would do that, or I would go I could always go something a little, you know, I don't want to do anything like overly fancy,
Oh,
like
sorry.
cursive.
I'll flip it this way.
Yep, just like that. Yep, just like
Do it
that.
at an angle.
Oh, I could do right across the back of my hand too, you know. Oh God, that would hurt. But I'm down.
That-
Sacrifice
that-
for the cause, man. Sacrifice for the
yeah,
cause.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything that's visible yet.
Well,
So
and
that
that's
would
what
be my
I'm.
thing.
Well, yeah, like me, I always said, right? I always said, okay, I won't have anything below my elbow. That was kind of my thing for the longest time. I won't have anything below the elbow. Well,
You got your sleeves.
okay. We see how far that worked. Okay, I won't get anything on my hands. Okay, so yeah, but I'm definitely nothing like here and above. Nothing on my face, nothing on my neck. It just, you know, that's just not. I don't want it, you know. But
Okay.
oh yeah, like I said, man, it's all about me walking through the door at this point. That's all it's gonna take.
I love it. Well, we'll have to find a good shop down there. I don't know of any.
Yeah,
Hollywood says he has some good ones, and I was like, dude, why don't we just go to LA Ink? Are they still around?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
And all them.
I don't know. Are they? Well, let's see. The Google machine will tell us. Let's see if the Google machine will tell us if they're still up and running.
Because you know I'm filming it.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
Even if you do it in a sped up speed, you know.
Oh, all right. There's a LA Ink shop.
You'll probably open right now.
Phone. It still lists a phone number. So listen. What? So I did it right, and I'm looking at it. High voltage tattoo. Kat Von D's high voltage tattoo.
Oh, so she's a different shop now.
Yeah, that's the one that's
high voltage.
North La Brea, West Hollywood.
Okay. It's a little, yeah, it's not too far to drive.
I just went to scroll down and it gives me like the staples here in town. I'm like, what? Why are you giving me? But yeah,
because they know you really want a tattoo, and they're like, you can go here right now.
Let's see, Camille Moret, Carlos Aguilar, Mikey, Lil Castle, Nate Ferrero, the cat herself. That's all the artists. That's all the artists at the shop.
Carlos and Mikey are pretty good too.
That would be pretty cool. That would be awesome.
I'll call tomorrow.
That would be sweet.
I'll call High Voltage tomorrow and be like, hey, they probably don't open till like noon or something, but I'll call them on my lunch break.
Oh shoot!
And be like, hey.
Did I kill it? What's their hours?
Probably open like midnight.
Open Monday through Saturday, noon to 8. They're not open very late.
I wonder if they're on restrictions.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. That could throw a wrench in it too. Honestly, because my shop here, they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah.
The shop that did all of this, they're gone. It pretty much wrecked them. So
yeah, I got a pretty sweet freestyle one. It was like, this is a long time ago, and it was like, my buddy, he was getting all his work done there by a certain person, and he was getting something finished, just touched up, added some color to the end of his project on one of his arms, and she's like, hey, you want a tattoo? And I'm like, I haven't even thought about. And she's like, yeah, sit down. Take your shirt off, sit down. Where do you want it? And I'm like, oh, we'll put it here. And so she's like, let me draw something. And I'm like, well, is it permanent? She's like, no. So she used that like the temporary ink stuff they use.
Mm-hmm.
And she hand drew this crazy awesome design.
I know.
And then she's like, well, do you want it? I'm like, oh, I kind of want to think about it for a few. She's like, walk up to the store, man, grab a soda, whatever. If you still like it when you come back, I'll stick it, you know. And so I came back, and hour and 2 hours later, I was done.
So they get
It
you.
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad till they hit bone.
So where did you
And
get it?
Where did you get it? Was like, I don't want to say. No, I'm just kidding. It was a tramp stamp. No, I'm just kidding. It's on my shoulder. So it kind of goes like shoulder to upper shoulder.
Yeah.
And part of my arm. It's pretty big sized one, but it wasn't too bad until they hit the shoulder bone.
Yeah.
And they were kind of, and then I could, you know, it wasn't terrible when they were doing like the outline.
Right.
But then she was filling stuff in. It's like that's when it kind of gets you a little bit, and you're like, and then I'm like, you know, after about 5 minutes of that in that one area, I'm like, hey, can you move somewhere else, or
yeah,
can I take a break real quick just to breathe? And she's like, oh yeah. She just kept on somewhere else, but you know.
That's like back here.
Oh yeah.
There's a spot back here, like in the helmet, where all these points come together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no thanks on that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and then of course, like right in the crook of your elbow. You know, that's pretty good. But to be perfectly honest with you, when he did this one on my forearm, he did all this. He pretty much did all this whole side, you know, and I got my hooks at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't bad, you know, it's forearm, it's pretty meaty. When they got down close to the wrist, then it starts to tickle a little bit, you know. And then he's like, all right, I'll do the hooks now. And I'm like, all right, cool. And he touched that needle to my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? That you don't realize how many nerve endings are in your hand.
Right.
Until somebody starts to light you up with a needle. Oh, that was interesting. I completely forgot about my forearm. Yeah, it was. I was like, oh my goodness, dude, Jiminy. So I kind of would like to get my knuckles done, but it scares me a little bit. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, that would probably hurt. So, and I think the bottom of the wrist right there, that would probably hurt. But like I said, it's a sacrifice for the cause. So
that's a fun sacrifice.
It is. I think it is. It's worth it to me. It's worth it to me for sure. So, but man, I am just, like I said, man, I am so stoked. I am just so stoked that and I think I'll ask you an honest question for an honest answer. At the time of filming this, we're 2 weeks away, right?
12 days,
12
hours,
days. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not like you're counting or anything, but is it happening?
What's happening?
Blade Show West.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, it's happening. They're
I would think by now.
Everything I'm seeing, it's happening. I mean, here's the biggest thing. If they didn't, you have to remember who's on the big side of things. And the big side of things right now, for any state that has these sporting events. So any type of big sporting events that's bringing money into those cities, those communities, the leagues, whatever. And they're the ones that are, you know, guiding the way for this stuff. You know, I mean, anything that I'm seeing on TV, and especially down in California right now, you know, there's no restrictions on crowd number.
Right.
You know, so I don't think we have to worry about that.
Yeah, it looks like the stadium's got plenty of people in them and everything like that. So that's good. I mean, you just have to go through the
That's what gives me the confidence of it, you know. And I
Yeah.
know there's some heavy restrictions they put on the gatherings, and that, you know, that takes a lot of people out of the game, whether it's vendors, manufacturers, you know, people going just in attendance as a visitor. That takes a lot of people out of it.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that's kind of a bummer, but you know, it would be pretty much similar anywhere on the West Coast right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So anywhere, I mean, especially your state, my state, California.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you could finagle something in Arizona or Nevada with a little lighter restriction, but probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could definitely do something different probably in Idaho.
Well, yeah,
you know,
probably. Well, I mean, the further you go east. Well, I know
the hardest part is like, you want to go to Long Beach, hang out on the beach, you know?
I do.
Or do you want to go to Idaho?
Well,
I'm just saying for like generalized people, not us. Like we'd go either way, but
I would.
a lot of people, a lot of people base it on location, you know.
Oh, of course.
And I would imagine if things weren't crazy over the last year, they would have been back in Portland.
I was just gonna ask you that question.
Because this is that Mecca, you know. This is where you have some really big knife manufacturers.
Yeah,
right here.
exactly.
And then you start looking at the list, and it's like they're not even on the list.
No.
So
no, none of them are. Well, I can't say none of them because I'm sure there's some down there that I don't even know, you know, that I don't know about.
So here's the ones in the Portland area.
Okay.
You know, the bigger ones. You're looking at ZT Kershaw. You know,
nope.
You're looking at CRKT.
Nope.
You're looking at Benchmade.
Mm-mm.
You know, you're looking at you know, you can bring them into the mix, but Leatherman.
Nope.
You know,
they're not on there. I know,
you know,
they were there. Did they have a booth? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
In Portland, they had a booth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that to me is a huge thing too, because now all these companies have to look at, you know, what it costs them also, not only to lease a booth, but at the same time to send staff, send product. You know, like the last show I went to was SHOT Show 2020.
Right.
That was in January. That was terrific. It's not a public show though.
Right.
But you know, it's kind of where everybody's there to show off all their new stuff. And, you know, the company spent a lot of money to be there. I mean, 511, you know, they had a huge booth and they brought in celebrities. You know,
really?
Some of their people, like, you know, I met and got a picture with Doug Markita.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so it's kind of cool to meet him, and kind of stumbled upon his line of people waiting to meet him and got right in. Like it was right after I met up with Doug Ritter. It was like I came back and we'd talked for so long. I'm like, oh, I'm thirsty. And I go down here, all of a sudden I'm like in line because it's so crowded. And there's only like 10 people in front of me. And I'm like, what are we in line for? And then I look and I'm like, oh, Doug's here. A different Doug. I'm like, oh, I met two Dougs like within a couple hours. So it was pretty sweet. You know, and his tagline, like, will it kill, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So
that's cool. But
yeah, you know, I met, it was funny, like, even when I was having lunch, you know, I was meeting people that are like UFC champions and stuff of the past, and they were there, and they had like a whole team of people around them, and they're wearing name tags that aren't even their real name.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so like I like walk up and I'm like, hey, is he about done with lunch? Like, what's his status? And he's like, oh yeah, dude, just hang out here for a few till he's done, and he'll talk with you. I'm like, sweet. You know, so it's kind of cool to see people, because they're, you know, he's really big into like the hunting and the competition stuff that they do for like shooting competitions and stuff, and so that's why he was there. To look at new products for that, you know, because the SHOT Show is, you know, the sportsman hunting and outdoor trade show.
Right.
So
right. I just looked, Mora is not even on the list, and they always had a big booth.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're not on there. You know, I thought at
least
them
511 or anybody?
No. 511's not on there.
Mm.
No.
Gerber? I forgot to mention Gerber. My bad.
No, they're not on there.
Sorry, I left them out accidentally.
Yeah, I accidentally didn't even think about them. Oh, we'll catch crap for that. Anyway.
That's on me, everybody. That's on me.
No, it's not.
My one negative experience with them.
I know.
Actually, it was multiple, like on one incident, but yeah. So who's all there that we would know as a community? Like
you mentioned people that absolutely stand out. Alien, Arcane, Artisan, Bastinelli, Beyond EDC. We've been seeing a few more of those. I might actually go talk to them. I've been Blue Ridge, Bradford's going to be there. The California Knife Makers Association.
Very cool.
Carter Cutlery. I'm just going by the bigger ones. Cutco, Damn Design. DEF CON's a smaller one, but I've had a few of their knives. They're going to be there. Emerson. Fox is going to be there. Why is my phone? Somebody's blowing me up. Is that you? Are you blowing me up?
No, I'm not.
Grissom Knife and Tool. Hogue, of course. Jack Wolf. Concept they have a booth.
Okay.
Leon Ma, Mantis.
Microtech?
No.
Oh.
No. Monterey Bay.
I'm excited to see Monterey Bay.
Oh, of course.
Those
Ohlone, Olamic, Orion, Pena, Pacific Northwest.
Orion knives?
Yeah, Orion.
Nice. David will be there. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Pacific Northwest Bushcraft. ProTech, QSP, Quiet Carry, Riot, Red Tail, Selby, Shadow Mountain Forge. Why does that ring a bell? Knife Joker, Tops, Vanquist, Built Tough, Built Gear. Yeah.
Packs, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. We, of course, they're a sponsor. Whiskey City Forge. Work Tough Gear.
Tactile Turn gonna be there?
No, I did not see them. Tactile Knife Company. That's not Tactile Turn, though. Is it? That's not the same
people.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
That's cool. So I'll be able to get my hands on their little
They're gonna be there
and see how I like it.
They're gonna be there. Okay, so that's cool.
Nice. Those guys are good, dude. Will down there, he's a good man.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. So I mean, there's a lot more, but I just named off the ones that most people would probably be familiar with. I mean, there's quite a lot on there that I'm not familiar with, you know.
Light?
No.
Dang.
No.
Urban Survival Gear?
No.
Dang.
No. I was hoping Survivor Cord, because they're out of California. No.
Nada. Oof.
I was hoping they would be there. I definitely want to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, face to face, but no. I mean, so there's a few.
Okay.
So,
well, we'll have plenty of people to talk
yeah.
to you and look at fun things, but
well, I mean,
like
I've been saying, I mean, yeah, am I going to see the stuff? Of course. The knives, yes. But it's I'm going for the people. That's my biggest, that is absolutely the biggest thing why I'm going. The knives to me are a bonus, to be perfectly honest with you.
100%.
So I mean, I mean, I think the last time I heard, like, the Shredder, they were gonna go. I mean, that would be cool to
Right
meet
on.
them. And I mean, just a lot of people that said from the community that said they're gonna go. So that's gonna be the fun part for me. Just meeting everybody and seeing everybody. I think that's a. Sorry, I'm sitting here thwacking this little thing. I love this little runt, man.
That ProTech run's nice, man.
Oh,
I checked out a couple. I think was it Luke that sent me? He had ordered one of each, and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna ship it to you because I want you to check it out, man." And so he was nice enough to do that, and so
oh
it was
yeah.
pretty cool to check those out.
They're just, and talk about, man, they snap with authority.
ProTech's always been good like that.
That little, I mean, just for even it's just a little knife, but man, it jumps. It's out there. I'm like, dang, man. That's why I call them the little bulldog knives, because they're little, but they just got a little bit of attitude to them. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Ross Cutlery.
Okay.
Down in LA.
Oh, wait a minute. Are they
downtown area?
I forgot to even. Are they going to be?
They
there?
might not be.
No, they're not. They're not.
I'll tell you what, though, that me and you were going there.
Okay.
They're like the ProTech capital, and they're really good friends with ProTech, with Dave and all them. And I think there's some relation, but I don't want to misspeak about it. So
sure.
There's some people that are, they kind of all grew up in the community together, and
right.
I think there's some relation in between the two companies. But
okay.
They do some good ProTech drops every couple weeks, and so it'll be fun to go see them. And plus, there's an awesome noodle place there, right across the street from their place.
Noodles?
Yeah, it's like a pho place.
Oh,
they do wonderful, very traditional.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. So we stopped in there after we went and bought some knives.
I mean,
last time we were down there, I was like, I told the family, I'm like, we're making a trip into the downtown LA. And they're like, what? Like, yeah, we're going to see this. But it was cool because they're a traditional cutlery shop. So they're doing chef knives, they're doing barbershop stuff.
Sure.
They have sharpening on site, but very cool. And it's also where a lot of celebrities go to get their stuff. So pretty neat.
Yeah.
Long tradition there.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm up for anything.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have fun. And I think, we kind of talked about it here, a little while back, that if for some reason, because that was when things were still kind of getting ixnayed and canceled. And I was like, dude, I'm up to go even if Blade Show West doesn't happen. Because I think there's
totally.
And there's enough in that area. I mean, for one, you can always go hang out at the beach.
Oh, right. There's some amazing places I could take you down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's plenty of things to do.
We've done tons of trips down there, and it's awesome. We could even try to get pull our cash together and go in on one of those auctions. Where they're auctioning off storage lockers.
There you go.
Start a whole new business down in Cali.
Buying storage lockers. Oh my goodness.
Call it JBs with a Z on the end.
Oh, there you go. We've got so many of those going up around here. It's not even funny.
It's like the new thing to build.
I think it is. I really think it is.
There's a lot being built in our metro area.
They're going up everywhere out here. I mean, there's an empty lot sat. I mean, it's sat empty since we've been here. I mean, that's since '99. There's been an empty lot over by the kind of over towards Bremerton, not right next to Walmart and stuff, but it's just, there's nothing has ever been there. And then I hadn't been over there in a little while, and I go by and there's this just massive storage unit complex going in there. I mean, massive.
Maybe you can live in them now. Maybe they're like apartment stuff.
It's it might be cheaper than some of the places live. Dude, our neighbors right across the street back here, they're moving. They're going to Montana.
Are they the
And
ones that are stealing your Wi-Fi?
no,
Oh,
no,
yeah. So we'll have to chat with them before
no,
they
but
leave.
they told me what they're putting their house on the market for, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Want to hear something crazy?
What?
They'll probably sell it in the first week.
They will. I'm sure they will. I wouldn't. I had one of the.
Especially where you're at, man.
Well,
Seriously,
we have
where you're at. I mean, your neighborhood's good to be in. So
we're out of town, but we're just out of town.
Right.
So we're so close to everything, and they built the trails up here, that new mall complex. So I mean, you're not very far from anything.
Mm-mm.
But there was a guy, one of our transportation guys, one of our truck drivers and stuff. He sold his house about, well, it was like right at the beginning of summer, late spring, early summer. And he put it on the market for what he put it on the market for. And within a half hour, he had an offer for 50,000 over offering. And he sold it for 95 over asking.
Wow.
I could not believe that. It was nuts.
Good for him.
Oh yeah, yeah, great for him. But I just so yeah, maybe people are living in storage lockers now, because it would definitely be cheaper. No windows, but hey, at least, yeah.
I see all your stuff with it.
Well, yeah. Did I tell you that just right up the road here, we have some urban campers?
Oh, nice. Is it in that green space?
Just past, there's that area that just got kind of all logged out. There's that one area that's just completely, it's right by a bridge, an overpass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I was like,
wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
well, hopefully they make it through the rainy season, the cold season, but they'll probably have to move to some sheltering.
I would think so. My God, because the way it was raining today, I mean, oh my goodness, that was crazy. It was coming down. So I don't know. We'll see. But, well, heck, let's see. I think, is there anything else you want to touch on as far as, I think we hit everything, man. The people, the knives, the tattoos, the beach.
I'm just looking forward to In-N-Out.
Oh, we forgot you did mention the noodles. Yeah, you did mention noodles. We didn't really talk about food, but I'll do some In-N-Out.
There's some awesome stuff close to our resort.
Double.
I won't give away the secret location, but
okay.
There's In-N-Out nearby.
Maybe do it
really good.
I could do a double animal style.
Oh, see, I've never tried the animal style.
It's messy, but it's good. It's messy, but it's good. So that would be
rent a truck with the tailgate.
There you go. Oh, dude, we could do another tailgate picnic session.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. That was fun.
It's pretty good. I'm still trying to figure out how to get Voodoo on the plane down to Christine and Peter.
Oh,
she was trying to talk me into bringing down a dozen. You're like,
well, I'm pretty sure you could carry it on.
Yeah, you can definitely. But then it's like, where do you put it on the plane? You just gotta,
well, yeah,
let it ride on your lap the whole time.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know if I have that willpower.
No. And if I know if I know you're on the plane with Voodoo, be like, Zach, what's going on?
Well, it's like, then you bring two, because you got to hook up like flight crew and the captain.
Yeah, you gotta hook them up. You gotta take care of people.
What,
Of
what do they
course,
call? What do they call the other one? The first captain or first pilot or
co-pilot or whatever, captain and
co-pilot or
co-pilot,
whatever.
navigator,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. You got to take care of the people. Got to take care of the
That's
people.
what my buddy told me. He's like, because he's a pilot. He's like, if you bring something, you got to bring stuff for other people.
Of course,
I'm
he
like,
would say that.
right. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to all of it. You know, just like you said, the people are the best part. And
Oh yeah.
one of the things that really make these things pretty cool, and just hanging out and chatting. And I'm sure we'll be doing the regular stuff. We'll be checking in with, our friends at Hogue and everywhere else.
Oh yeah.
MBK
Oh yeah.
and QSP and Artisan and everybody.
Definitely.
And then obviously with Jack Wolf, we check with Ben there.
Yeah.
But really looking at the big stuff and being like, what does it come down to? Because, everybody's busy talking to people.
Oh, of course.
And so what it comes down to is afterwards, like where are we hanging out afterwards? And
well, the two things that I haven't seen anything on yet, and I mean, obviously it's probably not happening at this point. I don't see any, there's no early bird.
No early birds, but they are doing a Saturday night.
Are they doing something?
Or is it Friday night? They're remember the chef's competition?
Oh, they
did in the
are.
warehouse?
That's right. They did. I did see that.
So they are
I did
doing
see
that like after
I did see
party. They're not really calling it that. Maybe it's because of restrictions.
Probably.
But they're doing that chef's competition.
That's right.
And they'll have other activities there. So I think they're still trying to figure that out too.
Right. They're doing it, but maybe not quite saying they're doing it.
Well, I think they still have to say.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Oh, yeah. Because I mean, anything like that has to be.
But I haven't seen any because before, remember, there was a limited basis for the warehouse party. So yes. It's like you had to buy your tickets ahead of time for that.
Yes.
And kind of the after party. But that was between Saturday and Sunday, and they did the show on Sunday.
Yeah.
And this time they're not doing the show on Sunday. So
2 days, Friday and Saturday, 8th and 9th. And we're going to be down there, what, the 7th to the 12th?
Oh, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun there. And we'll relax, and hopefully it'll be good weather.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you looked at the weather? Is it close enough yet?
Well, let's see. Let's check out the Long Beach.
12 days out, but
check out. Oops. Let's do.
And if you tell me 90 or more, I might be like, I'll show up later. I'm just kidding.
Weather forecast. Long Beach, not Washington. Long Beach.
That'd be funny. We booked our tickets to Long Beach, Washington.
Yeah. Let's see. 10-day. Here we go. So we're not even touching 90, dude. Let's see.
It's probably like mid-70s to mid-80s.
It is. Let's see. The 7th, 75. The 8th, 75. The 9th, 73. The 10th, 73. Partly cloudy.
They know we're coming. They're like, we can't scare off these Northwest
people. Right. So actually, that sounds pretty much perfect to me. High of 75 with a low of 60.
That's the cool part there. Like their nights are pretty decent.
Dude, that sounds like heavenly almost.
Especially for us, do some outdoor stuff.
Later this week, they're going to be up into the mid 80s.
Yeah.
And I mean, that could always change too. Like I said, we're still 12 days out. So, but yeah, so it doesn't look too bad. I'm down. So
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm good to see everybody. I know Knife Sergeant said he's going too.
Yeah.
And
yep. I did see that today. So. Oh yeah, it'll be a good time. We will meet, do the greet, shake some hands, kiss some babies. Well, we can't kiss the babies because it's
no.
But it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But well, I tell you what, my friend, I unfortunately. Well, you'd have to get up early anyway, but I have to get up earlier than what but doing that live stream with Scab and Joe tomorrow, so that'll be a lot of fun, and we will definitely be talking about Mr. Zach and his road to 10K. By the time, I really hope you're at 10K by the time people see this. That would be a week away from as we're talking. That would be awesome. But if you don't know, and if Zach's not at 10K, y'all need to go find Zach and subscribe to Zach's stuff, because I have personally pledged $100 donation to the charity of Zach's choice. If he can hit 10,000 by the time we leave for Blade Show West. He has also said he will match that donation. And I just found out a little bit earlier today that our good friend Scab from Choir Boys Cutlery, he said he would also match that donation. So, I mean, guys.
That's terrific, man. I really appreciate you doing that.
That's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Because we love Zach. We get Zach to 10K. I mean, that's a pretty big milestone. You know, that's one of those, you know, the 5K was cool, the 10K, because not only is it's more than just a number, because when you hit 10K, you're allowed to do a little bit more with your channel.
That's one of the funny parts is, you know, I mean, 10K is an amazing, great milestone. And there's other channels that, you know, for other reasons, rocket past it. And that's so awesome. One of the cool parts is there's literally, like, you know, I love doing giveaways, and you can actually run those giveaways inside YouTube at that point. Once you hit 10K, they open up that feature to you, and it's like, oh, you know, not that it's not super hard to use some of the other stuff, but it's nice that it's all internal.
Yeah.
You know, so you know it's getting done, and people enjoy that stuff. And it's a great community we have, you know.
Absolutely.
It's pretty awesome. And just the boost I've gotten since you know, we talked about this stuff this morning, and the pledge you did to bring this 10K action is amazing.
And I just, you know, I put it out on Instagram too, and just everybody's sharing it, and everybody loves you. You know that.
Well, you're
the man. Yeah. Everybody loves Zach, and there's no reason not to, because you're just an awesome human, man, and we love you, and we want to see you. We want to see you happy. You're always happy.
Happy.
Yeah,
no, that's one of those things, man. It's pretty cool with just the thing is, I mean, if we think about, and I wish honestly I had tracked this better, you know, kind of like a report card, but just to like literally show how awesome the community is, we could be like, look what we did on SKL, you know, bringing certain people over certain milestones and those kind of things. Well, and
you did it. You did it on your live stream. You got me to the 5K mark on your live stream.
Sure.
That was fun. That was awesome.
And that's the cool part of, like, literally, like, you know, as you know, you've worked really hard, and everybody that has a channel and stuff, they put that hard work into it, and their passion. And it's really cool to be able to be like, hey, we got this. You know, as a community, let's rally and let's have fun with it. And so I really appreciate, it's hard for me to like receive.
Oh,
you know,
it is me too. It is me too.
I'm one of those that I enjoy giving, doing giveaways and helping people out. And that's why, like, you know, I get bombarded sometimes because I get a lot of requests in, you know, and even if it's somebody like, hey, can you look at this? Like, I'm having trouble putting this back together, or, you know, and I've even stopped before, like on my lunch break, and I'm like, I'll prop up my phone somewhere and like grab my little toolkit out of my bag and like film a little video and be like, hey, here's how you do this and take this, and you know. And so it's kind of cool to just be able to help out. And the biggest reason, I mean, honestly, you know, I enjoy doing that and helping out and stuff. But, you know, when I first came into the knife community, you know, people welcomed me the same way. And people were very like welcoming, and as things go along, like, you know, you still want to help everybody out. It's harder, you know, because there's more people out there that know you and talk to you and everything. And so that's one of those things where, you know, you get bigger, and you know, Uncle Nick, for example, I don't know how he runs his own social media still.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that's an all day
it is.
and evening job. So I give them much credit and much props, and you know, but it shows how awesome the community is, because you know, we all, no matter where it's at, like you could jump onto, you know, Nick's or, you know, Metal Complex or, you know, Everyday City Carry or yours or mine. And there's people that,
Oh
and there's
yeah.
people that you see all the time. And so it's just pretty cool. You know, then when things happen, like we pull together and we help each other out, you know?
And that's why I want to
So,
do stuff like go to Blade Show and stuff, because you can actually
mhm,
meet these people face to face,
yeah.
you know, and it call it what you will, but like I said, I just want to tell these people thank you,
Hmm.
because you have channel members that have been members for over a year. I do too.
Hmm.
And I just want to say thank you
Yeah.
face to
Heck yeah.
face for having that much faith and that much you know in the channel, and what you or what I am doing and trying to do, not only with the channel but in the community. Because you and I are both, I mean, yes, we have our channels and we love doing what we're doing, but both of us are very community driven. And I just
That's why we like talking to people so much instead of the
exactly,
knives.
exactly.
It's like
That's
the knives
why
are great, but it's like who's here that we can talk to?
exactly. That's why the lives are so much fun.
Yeah.
And then just the opportunity to go and meet people, it just brings it all together and just makes it so much more fun. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, well, sir, I am so looking forward to, of course, I'm looking forward to seeing you. And I'm
Heck
looking
yeah.
forward to seeing everybody else. And I just cannot wait. Like I said, we're 12 days, 12 days away. I'm counting down 12 days, 3 hours. Yep, I'm ready. I am definitely ready. But I really appreciate you coming on here tonight, man, and doing this and just kind of talking.
I'm ready, definitely.
Right on. Right
Thanks for
on.
having me on.
Of course. Of course. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you go check out Zach's stuff. If for some reason you're watching me and have no clue who Zach is, I mean, that is unfathomable to me. But please make sure you go check out Zach's stuff. Learn about DSKFS, what it means. Do something kind for someone. Absolutely. Zach, thank you so much once again. And as always, we will see you all next time on the next channel chat. Thanks a lot, my friend. We'll talk to you later.
Take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.